You don't have to be amazing today. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to wake up feeling motivated. You don't have to be the best in the room. You don't have to change your entire life before bedtime. You just have to do one thing. Be just a little bit better than you were yesterday. That's how real change happens. Not in one giant leap, but in thousands of small steps that most people don't even notice. We live in a world that celebrates overnight success. Someone, they run a marathon. Someone else has the perfect family, the perfect house, the perfect life even. And if you're not careful, you start believing that if you're not doing something extraordinary, you're failing. You're comparing your ordinary Tuesday to someone else's highlight reel. You don't see their setbacks. You don't see their sleepless nights. You don't see the failures, the doubts, or even the sacrifices. You only see in the finished product. The biggest mistake I see people make is this. They think progress has to be dramatic. They think if they can't spend an hour at the gym, it's not worth going. If they can't change everything, they change nothing. And that's the trap. Because perfection is often the enemy of progress. Nobody builds the whole wall in one day. You lay one brick at a time, then another and another. Your life, it works exactly the same way. Every healthy meal you have, that's another brick. Every walk you take is another brick. You don't have to build the wall today. You just have to lay today's brick. Here are 3 things that may help you. Lower the barrier to getting started. Don't say you're going to completely change your diet overnight. Choose one healthier meal a day. Because starting creates momentum, and momentum is powerful. Celebrate consistency, not perfection. Most people only celebrate the finish line. But that finish line only exists because of all the ordinary days that come before it. Celebrate yourself showing up. Celebrate keeping your word to yourself. Celebrate doing what you said you'd do, even when nobody is watching. Those little victories, they're the ones that change your life. Stop talking to yourself like you're your own worst enemy. Think about it. If your best mate came to you and said, I had a bad day today, I messed up, I didn't get everything done, would you tell him he was useless? Would you tell him just to give up? Of course you wouldn't. You'd encourage him. You remind him tomorrow is just another day, another chance. So why don't you offer yourself the same kindness? Being accountable is important, but beating yourself up every time you fail doesn't make you stronger. That usually makes you quit. The people who achieve the most aren't always the most talented. They're usually the ones who simply refuse to stop. They understand that every day doesn't have to be incredible, and that's okay, because consistency isn't about being perfect every single day. It's about refusing to let one bad day become a bad week, a bad month, or a bad year. So today, let me leave you with this. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself to become a completely different person overnight. Instead, ask yourself one simple question. What can I do today that makes tomorrow just a little bit easier? Maybe it's drinking more water. Maybe it's going for a short walk. Maybe it's making that one phone call. Whatever it is, do that. Because those small actions become habits. Those habits become character. And that character becomes the man you're trying to become. So I'd love to know, what's one small thing you're going to do today to become that 1% better than you were yesterday? Leave it in the comments. It doesn't have to be something massive. In fact, the smaller it is, the better. The more likely you're going to do it. And if you enjoy honest conversations that help you grow without pretending life is perfect, make sure you drop a sub and pull up a chair and join me for dinner. Remember, you don't have to be amazing today. You just have to keep moving forward.